Can procedural errors in due process lead to case dismissal? Imagine going to court and feeling confident your rights are protected, only to find out that a mistake in how the case was handled might end everything. That's what procedural errors are all about. They happen when law enforcement, prosecutors, or judges don't follow the rules set by law to keep things fair. These mistakes can be small or big, but they can have serious consequences. Procedural errors include things like not sharing important evidence with the defense, mishandling or losing evidence, or not following the right steps during arrest or trial. For example, if police search someone's home without a warrant and find evidence, that evidence might be thrown out. This is because the Fourth Amendment protects against illegal searches and seizures. If evidence is excluded, the prosecution might not have enough to continue, which can lead to the case being dismissed. Violations of constitutional rights are often involved in procedural errors. The Fifth Amendment gives people the right not to testify against themselves, and the Sixth Amendment guarantees a speedy trial and the right to a lawyer. If these rights are violated, the case can be affected. For instance, if a defendant is not given a lawyer during critical parts of the case, that can be a procedural error that undermines the fairness of the trial. When procedural errors happen, they can weaken the case against the defendant. If key evidence is thrown out because it was obtained improperly, the prosecution might not have enough to prove guilt beyond a reasonable doubt. This can lead to the case being dismissed. Sometimes, errors are due to misconduct, like prosecutors hiding evidence that could help the defendant. Judges can also make mistakes, like showing bias or not recusing themselves when they should. Defense lawyers look closely at how the case was handled to find errors that could justify dismissing charges. They might file motions to suppress illegally obtained evidence or ask for the case to be thrown out if the process was unfair. Courts will consider whether the error actually hurt the defendant's ability to get a fair trial. If it did, dismissing the case might be the right step. It's important to remember that not every procedural mistake leads to dismissal. Courts often weigh whether the error was serious enough to affect the outcome. Minor mistakes might result in other remedies like a new trial or reduced charges. But when errors violate constitutional protections and threaten fairness, they can be grounds for case dismissal. So, procedural errors in due process are more than just technicalities. They are vital to making sure everyone gets a fair shot in court. When these errors are significant, they can lead to evidence being thrown out or even the entire case being dismissed, protecting your legal rights and the integrity of the justice system.